How is it okay to federally fund a negative habit? Drugs and alcohol are two things that are very real in today's society. If it is a requirement to take a drug test for a job, then why is it unfair to submit a drug test for government aid? Is it right or fair to pay out welfare each month to people who consistently do drugs? Some people feel the need to not work because all of their expenses are put on the government's tab. With the economy in its current state, a lot of money could be saved by eliminating fraudulent recipients of welfare. Drug testing for welfare should be instated as quickly as possible in Tennessee. Having a drug test requirement to receive welfare benefits such as food stamps, cash assistance, and government housing is the best idea our government has come up with yet. I will explain the history of welfare reform, the histories of drug testing in regards to assistance eligibility, and persuade the audience to vote yes for mandatory pre-assistance drug testing. Let me begin by explaining the history of welfare. In 1929, the Great Depression created an economic, political, and social welfare crisis in the United States. The first welfare programs originated with the Social Security Act of 1935. In 1939, a food stamps plan to dispose of agricultural commodities began in Rochester, New York. In 1969, President Nixon proposed the Family Assistance Plan in a historic message to Congress. Eventually, the plan was withdrawn. WIC, Supplemental Nutrition, was established in 1990. The Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children is a federal assistance program of the Food and Nutrition Service of the United States Department of Agriculture for health care and nutrition of low-income pregnant women, breastfeeding women, and infants and children under the age of 5. The Social Security Act was replaced by the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act on August 22, 1996 by President Clinton, which ended welfare as we knew it. The heart of the new legislation is temporary assistance for needy families. The TAMP program, which is time-limited, assists families with children when the parents or other responsible relatives cannot provide for the family's basic needs. The federal government provides grants to states to run this program. Now that you know a little bit of the history of welfare, let me address the histories of drug testing in regards to assistance eligibility. Previous attempts at drug testing recipients have failed for many different reasons, a few of those being classified as unethical and illegal. Some viewpoints that state that drug testing is unethical say that it is wasteful or that it stereotypes the poor as drug abusers. According to the National Conference of State Legislatures, drug testing of welfare recipients serves multiple purposes. First, it ensures benefits are spent properly. Tests can identify which citizens need more help, such as drug rehab. And also, alcohol testing should be included because welfare recipients need to be able to find work rather than waste away on public assistance. All claims of unethicality can be refuted with strong evidence. Some viewpoints claiming that it is illegal state that drug testing is unconstitutional due to unreasonable search and seizure, or that applying for benefits is voluntary, therefore testing is unreasonable. Now the concerns of drug testing recipients have been addressed, let me explain why you should vote yes to mandatory pre-assistance testing. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, employers have the right to require employees to prove their innocence by taking a drug test without any evidence that they are using drugs. The welfare assistance program should as well. Applicants are no different than employees subject to testing. During the U.S. District Court hearing in 2013, Governor Rick Scott made the most valid point in this argument. He stated, "If you go apply for a job today, you are generally going to be drug tested. The people that are working are paying taxes for the people on welfare. Shouldn't the welfare people be held to the same standard? We shouldn't have long-term welfare or someone who is using drugs and not out trying to get a job. Also, people who abuse drugs shouldn't get paid to break the law. Or, reducing payments to drug users will help relieve growing government debt. According to the Huffington Post, Congress and the administration should transform food stamps into a program that encourages work and self-sufficiency, close eligibility loopholes, and after the recession ends, reduce food stamp spending to the pre-recession levels." This chart shows the total welfare spending and what it equates to. Welfare spending per day was $168, whereas the median income per day was $137. welfare spending per hour was $30.06, whereas the median income per hour was $25.03. If this is converted to cash payments, the hourly rate exceeds the median income by 20%. Now, I'm urging you to take action for the state of Tennessee, as Florida, Kentucky, and Missouri have. Please vote yes for mandatory drug testing for welfare recipients. You never know the lives you will save or the people you will help that are in actual need and not participating in drug activity. In closing, always remember, Al Capp stated, anyone who can walk to the welfare office can walk to work. It is important that we look past the false statements and weak arguments of the opposition to mandate drug testing for applicants. Long-term drug testing of government assistance applicants will save millions of dollars per year if properly enacted, and the money can go to more beneficial needy people and programs. According to Noah Chomsky, the more you can increase fear of drugs and crime, welfare mothers, immigrants, and aliens, the more you can control all the people. So vote yes for free assistance drug testing.